Assalamu alaikum. In this questions, we have been provided with x squared plus y squared is equal to 81 and 4x plus y is equal to 20. Then we need to find out x plus y. To solve such system of equation, we will use the method that first we will isolate one of the variable. But before that one, let me name these as x squared plus y squared is equal to 81. Let it be equation 1, and then this linear equation, that is 4x plus y is equal to 20, and let it be equation 2, and then we have x plus y, let it be equation our required equation. Alright, now to solve this one, I will use this second equation, that is linear equation, and I will isolate y. So just here using equation 2, I will isolate y. We have 4x plus y is equal to 20, and other to isolate y, as it has coefficient of 1, that is why it's gonna be isolated. And other to do so, I will subtract 4 from both sides and from this side as well. So it will leave me with y, as this 4x will be cancelled with this 4x. So we will be only left with y is equal to 20 minus 4x. Now this equation express y in terms of x. So now I will substitute this y is equal to 20 minus 4x into this equation 1. So let's substitute this y with this 20 minus 4x. So we will be leave variation 1 becomes like x squared is plus, now we have y squared, and for y I am gonna substitute 20 minus 4x whole squared is equal to 81. Now to expand this, we know one of the identity, that is since we have a minus b whole square, this is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. Alright, now I will treat this 20 as a and 4x as b. Alright, so now this can be expressed in form of this one. So I can continue with this x squared plus, now we have 20 which will be treated as a, so 20 squared plus 4x whole square minus 2, we have 20 for this a, and then we have as b, we have 4x is equal to 81. Now making it more simplified, we will come up with x squared plus, and this 420 squared is equal to 400 plus 16x squared. And now look at this one, 2 times 20 is 40, and 40 times 4 is equal to 160. So we have minus 160x is equal to 81. Now this leaves us with x squared, and writing it in descending order, 16x squared then minus 160x plus 400 is equal to 81, and adding these two we will get 17x squared minus 160x. and now subtracting this 81 from both sides, or you can also say that when we transfer this 81 on other side ability, as a result its sign will be reversed. It's equivalent to what I am gonna do, like subtracting 81 from both sides. So this will leave me with 17x squared minus 160x, and this will be 400 minus 81 is equal to plus 319 is equal to 81 minus 81 is equal to 0. Now we can easily see that this is quadratic in x, or you can compare this with this equation, that is a x squared plus b x plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard representation of quadratic equation. Now we can say that as this is quadratic in x, similarly this equation is also quadratic in x, with a is equal to 17, as a is the coefficient of x squared, and similarly b is the coefficient of x, and say here b is equal to minus 160, and c is a constant which is equal to 319. And to solve such quadratic equation, we use the quadratic formula, that is to find this x we always use the quadratic formula, that is minus b plus minus b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2a. So we know that a is coefficient of x squared, b is coefficient of x, and c is a constant. So now we will substitute these values of a A, B and C into this formula to get know the value of x. So we will get x is equal to, as this is minus and B has a value of minus 160 plus minus square root. Now we have B squared, so that will be equal to minus 160 whole squared minus 4. A is the coefficient of x squared, that is 17, times C, that is 319. Alright, and divide by 2A, and A has a value of 17. So I will use the calculator to get know about the values. So let me write it as minus into minus will get me plus 160, and plus minus 160 squared is equal to 25,600, minus 4 times 17 times 319 is equal to 21,692, divided by 2 times 17 is equal to 34. So I will continue with this calculation, and I will get 160 plus minus and 25,600 minus 21,692 will result me 3,908 square root divided by 34. Now this implies that x will be equal to 160 plus minus and its square root is equal to 62.5. divided by 34. Now I will have two values for x. One will be with addition and the second one will be fraction. So x is equal to 160 plus 62.5 divided by 34. So by adding it, I will get 222.5 divided by 34 is approximately equal to. Alright, so I'm gonna round it off. This is not equal but approximately equal to 6.54. Alright, now the second, this addition we have done it. Now for this subtraction we will get another value for x, that is let it be x sub 1 and it must be x sub 2. So with this subtraction, 160 minus 62.5 divided by 34 gonna result. So when 62.5 is subtracted from 160, I will get 97.5 divided by 34, and when 97.5 divided by 34 will result me approximately 2.87. So we got two values for x. Similarly, when we have two values for x, I can also get two values for this y. Now to know the required or the corresponding values of y, I will use this equation. So when I'm going to use this equation to find out the values of this y, so let me write this equation, that is y is equal to 20 minus 4 times x. Now I will use this equation to find out the value of y when x has a value equal to 6.54. So I will substitute y is equal to 20 minus 4 times this value. So 6.54 and 20, when 4 is multiplied with 6.54, I will get 26.16, and this will equal to minus 6.16. Alright, now when x has second value, that is 2.87, similarly I will also, if this is x sub 1, this is y sub 1. Now to find out y sub 2, I will use this same equation. So getting y sub 2 will be equal to 20 minus 4, and x sub 2 has this value 2.87, so I will get 20 minus, when 4 is multiplied with 2.87, I will get 11.48. So when 11.48 is subtracted from 20, I will get 8.52. So we came to know that when x is equal to 6.54, y was equal to minus 6.16. And when x and y, when x was equal to 2.87, y was equal to 8.52. Now as we have been given to find x plus y, so for this pair 6.54 minus 6.16, I will get 0.38. Alright, and similarly x plus y will be equal to, for this pair, that is 2.87 plus 8.52, and it will be equal to 11.39. So x plus y has two possible values, that is 0.38 and 11.39. 1.39. Remember that while calculating these values, we have used the symbol for approximation. Alright, so this isn't the exact value as we usually get in our other equations. We have been approximately found these values. Alright, so the value of x and also these values of y are approximately values.